Hey, get back in your f***ing car. Get back in your car.
On the ground now.
That's on my arm like that.
On the ground now.
Oh my God.
On the ground now.
Every now and then, cops encounter a suspect who believes he or she is above the law. Usually, those people are under the influence of alcohol or drugs, but other times, they just have this holier-than-thou attitude.
Easy, I don't have to talk to you.
In any case, they're never easy to deal with, especially if they're also a cop. Today, we dive into 4 cases where people don't think the law applies to them. Let's go. We start off with a bang, as Officer Banks pulls over the Queen of Karens in Gulf Breeze, Florida. Now, you might think I'm exaggerating when I call her that, but what do you call a woman who claims that
you don't have to have a license to drive a car?
But, as we're about to find out, this lady actually had a lot of shady stuff going on in her life. Here's how it all went down.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Gulf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over, you're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
Nope. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not?
Okay, let's pause here for a second, because in just a few moments, things are gonna get heated. And one thing you might not have noticed, but was quite obvious to Officer Banks, was that this Karen had extremely dilated pupils, glossy eyes, and slightly lethargic behavior, all indicating that she was probably under the influence. It was clear that something shady was going on, and that's why he chose to do the following.
Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Am I a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle or I will remove you from the vehicle.
Now, you might think Officer Banks was being a little too harsh at this point, but by that point, he knew that this Karen wouldn't give up without a fight.
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign
supervisor
supervisor, sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
Young Karen over here knows she's entitled to a supervisor. Maybe she's trying to buy some time, but she has another thing coming.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you move. Step out the vehicle.
So the two of them get into this back and forth situation. But let me just highlight how truly delusional this woman really is.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
Apparently, this Karen thinks you only need a license when you're operating a commercial vehicle. I'm still not sure if she's really that ignorant or if she's still trying to buy time. Privileged young girls like this probably think that something is magically going to happen to get them out of trouble. And often, they start transferring the blame and insulting people.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
Yeah, our channel 1 will be 1033.
That can educate you on what the law is.
Okay. So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you?
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh, so what year is this?
What is your name and badge number?
I already told you my name. It's Officer Banks.
And what is your badge number?
It's Officer Banks.
Are you failing to...
Are you failing to give me your driver's license?
I don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Eventually, the supervisor arrives, and he's not having any of it. It's obvious to him that this woman is delusional, but he still has to respect her rights and answer her questions.
Her vehicle was stopped for speeding. 54 and 35 coming off the bridge. She asked me where the speed limit was, saying that. We pull over here. I introduce myself. Any reason why we're driving this fast? And I say, you got your license. She immediately goes into, I don't need a license to drive the vehicle. Okay. And then she said, I am traveling.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law. You're in the state of Florida. You're in the state of Florida. You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
it does matter.
I'm in the U.S.
So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're going to get out of the car.
Even though she continues objecting, she has no other option but to do what the officers say. They unbuckle her, take her out of the car, put her in handcuffs, and escort her to the police vehicle. But she still doesn't give up.
You don't care about the laws. You don't care about our rights.
Have a seat.
I need to call.
Have a seat.
I need to call somebody. Yes, I do.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail.
Excuse me?
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail. You're under arrest.
This is ridiculous. You should care about the laws and the rights of citizens. You're a
we
police
know
officer.
your rights.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything wrong.
But in the end, she realizes that she's really going to jail, and her tone changes completely. From a smirky woman who's about to teach these cops about the law, she turns into this regretful little girl who just wants to go home to her mommy.
Sergeant Turner, please just let me go home. Sergeant, please.
You don't have a license.
Okay, I'll never drive again.
Yes, you will, because you believe you don't have to have a license.
I'll go get a driver's license tomorrow.
You failed to appear on a court appearance for, what was it, expired license? So your Mississippi driver's license is expired.
And for the registration.
Okay, and the registration. So you had a court date that you missed. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't, or you choose not to?
No, sir, I would not lie to you. I don't lie.
After all was said and done, it turned out that this young lady had a good reason to try and swindle her way out of this situation. Her Mississippi driver's license had expired back in 2021, and she had an active warrant out of Santa Rosa County for failure to appear for driving while license expired. Oh, and remember those dilated pupils I mentioned at the start? In her backpack, the officers found a plastic bag with a white powdery substance that was later identified as cocaine. No sobriety tests were done due to her erratic behavior and non-compliance. She was eventually charged with operating a motor vehicle without a valid license, as well as driving under the influence and possession of cocaine. This woman was shopping at a Walmart in Florida, and as soon as she stepped outside, Officer Latham confronted her. What she didn't realize at the time was that he had watched her rip off the tags from a purse and then stuff other items inside it.
Bring your cart. Come back inside the store, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Things start off lightly. The woman probably realizes there's no way she can outrun the cop, and being an entitled Karen, she probably believes she'll talk her way out of the situation.
No, but I can tell you my name.
So stop right now, okay? I'm stopping you for shoplifting. If you want to leave out of here, you're going to change your attitude. Stop. If you want to leave out of here, you're going to change your attitude.
Okay.
If not, I'll just take you to the county, because I really don't care.
I don't go to jail.
You don't? Because you can't today.
Anyone can see that this one is not going down without a fight, but let's see how it plays out. First, she starts pulling panties out of the plastic bag, talking gibberish, but the officer quickly stops her.
This purse does not belong to you. This purse belongs to the store. I watched you take this off the shelf and tear the tags off. These do not belong to you. This does not belong to you. I watched you put this inside the purse. Please don't grab any of the stolen merchandise. Please don't grab anything out of the purse, okay?
Go ahead.
The officer then takes her wallet and walks her to the office, and she keeps complaining all the way. And not only that, but for some reason, she thinks she's in charge of this situation.
Step inside. You're gonna have a seat over here on this bench. Step inside, have a seat on the bench. Step inside, have a seat on the bench. I'm only gonna tell you one more time. Step inside, have a seat on the bench.
I'm gonna step inside and you're gonna let me out. I'm gonna step inside, she got what you wanted. If that's the case, here go my food stamp card. Give me back all my money on them. And I will leave. What is this? You need to communicate.
Let me get to leave.
Myself, sir. Don't come at me like this because I'm not a thief. I don't have a record being a thief.
Okay, but you got caught stealing today, right?
I got caught stealing today. Okay, if that justifies your situation, cool.
No, it justifies your situation, ma'am. No, it doesn't work that way.
What doesn't work that way?
You don't just get to leave.
Why do I not get to leave?
Because you're being stopped. I don't understand why this is so hard for you to understand.
It seems Officer Latham had a long day, and he just can't take any more of this nonsense. He just casually keeps doing the paperwork and chatting with the woman. In the back of her mind, she knows this isn't going too well for her, so she tries to leave.
Okay, can I have my wallet?
No, you cannot.
Okay, you can keep that. I'll get something. Because what I want to do,
Excuse me.
Don't bump me, ma'am, because I didn't do nothing.
To stop and have a seat.
Okay, I am going to have a seat. Why
Stop,
are
I'm
you
going to
being
take you to the
aggressive?
ground.
Because you're
Stop,
hurting my
I'm
arm.
going to take you to the ground.
Sir, first of all, sir, and bump me again like that. And I'm trying to get,
I told you to stop.
What the f is you doing that for? You sitting up here? No, you're not. You not
Turn
finna,
over.
you not
Turn
finna
over
do
now.
that. You not finna sit up here and put me on my fucking face and I'm a fucking woman. You break something.
On the ground now. On the ground now.
What did you talk?
On the ground now.
You done made me
On the ground now.
That got my arm like that.
On the ground now.
Oh my God.
On the ground now.
And now her bratish behavior is on full display.
Broke my fucking pinky right up.
Have a seat.
Give me my refund. Give me my refund so I can get out of here now. Because I gotta go to work tomorrow. Give me my refund now.
Like that's her main concern. I don't know about you, but I think she has to be drunk or drugged because she obviously is not connected to reality at this point. She gets up again and starts screaming about how her face hurts.
I'm done. Because the way you slapped me on my fucking face.
Have a seat.
Why you slap me on my face? My
Have a
face
seat.
hurt.
Have a
My
seat.
face is killing me.
Have a seat now.
Don't bump my head.
Have a seat.
Don't bump my head.
Have a seat. Are you
Don't
going back
bump
on the
my
ground?
head. Do not bump my
Have
head.
a seat.
You f***ing aggressive, bro. To the wrong f***ing people.
Stay seated.
I am seated.
And do not get up.
I don't know about you, but this Karen sounds like an entitled brat who never experienced any discipline whatsoever. And it turns out I might be right.
Now get this off and he got this cuff in my hand and I swear for God, I will call my daddy that's a lawyer and you will regret it.
Take a seat, man. Sit down.
So if she's in fact telling the truth about her lawyer daddy, we start to realize that she probably led quite a privileged life so far. But even so, the levels of delusion this woman displays are mind-blowing. It's like she doesn't even understand she's going to jail, but somehow thinks she'll be going home after this.
Can you give me my stuff? Shh. No, I'm mad. I don't want to shop here no more.
In any case, she's adamant that she's not going to jail.
I don't give a because what I'm not finna do is go to jail. I can tell you that right now.
But that's exactly where she went. She was later charged with resisting an officer without violence and theft of a total value of $326.75. And as you may imagine, the ride to jail wasn't fun at all.
Hey, hey.
You're not
Listen.
Doing this.
Listen.
Somebody. No, because y'all not respecting what I said.
Hey, listen to me.
No.
If you don't stop,
no,
we are going to hobble your feet.
No.
You understand that?
No. Tell them I want an MG right now.
So listen,
you keep
you are
hurting
going
me.
to see the nurse
Hurt
at
me.
the
I don't
jail.
want to see no nurse.
Okay?
I don't want to see no nurse.
The nurse has more training. The nurse has more training than a paramedic.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I'm a licensed
It is a
medical
registered
assistant.
nurse. Then you should know that a registered nurse has more training.
It hurt. You got my whole back. You could have put the handcuffs in the front.
And while arresting entitled Karens is daunting, how about arresting one of your own? In August 2022, two unidentified police officers from the Molina Police Department in Georgia pulled over a vehicle for speeding. Even though it had lights on, it was still a personal unmarked vehicle. What they didn't know is that the driver was also a cop from the neighboring Zebulon PD.
What are you doing? Here, come here. You go.
Say hello, was that illegal?
It's not uncommon for cops to think they're above the law, so this police chief immediately approaches the two officers with an aggressive stance. If anyone else had done this, it could be perceived as a threat, and that person would probably get arrested on the spot.
No, sir. The reason why we're stopping you is because it's a wind intent violation.
I blinked my blue lights at you to let you know who I was.
Yes, sir. Well, we didn't know with it, that's not a government tag.
That is a unofficial tag. That tag's not even on file.
I see, yes. Well, we have to catch up the bill to run it and everything like that, sir.
And just like that, this cop demonstrates that the law shouldn't apply to him just because he's a cop. And the police officer even sounds apologetic. But let's see how it plays out.
So I won't blink my blue lights at you next time. I'll let you just sit there. I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebulon.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Pope worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir. There's no need to get upset.
I'm upset because I spoke to you when I come by, and now you're pulling me over.
And as would be expected, things get really heated really fast. Even the cops seem to be taken aback by how aggressive and demanding this guy is.
Why are you being hostile?
Easy. I don't have to talk to you.
Okay.
Easy. I'm not talking to you.
Why are you being hostile right now?
Are y'all gonna write me a ticket? Are you gonna write me a ticket?
Sir, we're just trying.
I'm the police chief in Zebulon. You gonna write me a ticket?
Why are you coming up to me like that? I'm doing my job.
stopping for?
I'm stopping for one because it's dark. The last two blue lights. Okay, you know how many officers have blue lights?
Are you writing me a ticket, yes or no? Are you writing me a ticket? I'm missing the lead. I'm fixing to make it a whole lot more. Your boss works.
11:11. I'm out here in Illinois.
Again, the chief is being really aggressive, getting in their faces. Well, I'm sorry to say that the two cops eventually buckled under the pressure. They let the chief go without giving him a citation. When all this went viral, the city of Zebulon announced that they would conduct an independent investigation into the case, but nothing ever came out of it. I guess this chief really was above the law.
Make sure you're recording.
Yeah. What?
She's about bringing your driver's license.
All right. That's fine.
Yeah. First when we ran the tag, it came back to like a Dodge Ram, so we're just confirming it's not. Yes, sir.
It's a ghost tag.
Yes, sir. We're making
sure anything back with that tag.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're just.
You must have run it wrong. You must have run it wrong because you wouldn't come back to a Dodge Ram.
We were confirmed it. They let us know everything.
So it's still coming back to a Dodge Ram now?
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram
now?
now?
No, we got it fixed. Why are you so upset?
No, you didn't fix it. Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram right now?
No, it came back 9 on 5.
That's right, because you run it wrong.
Sir.
Somebody run it wrong. Either you did or they did.
We're about to get the information.
Okay, I got your chief on the phone right now. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Can you calm down for us, please?
I appreciate your service. I appreciate your service.
All right.
I'm just saying, I spoke to you guys. I didn't have to do that. I could have eased on by y'all. I appreciate the job y'all out here doing.
Chief, I'm trying to be respectful with you.
I understand that. I understand.
I'm not raising my voice or nothing at you, right?
I understand.
All right, let's.
But I'm trying to tell you, the only thing I done wrong was spoke. Y'all never would have pulled me over if I hadn't flicked my blue lights.
No, sir. No, we were going to pull you. Actually, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you straight up. Okay.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, there's people out here impersonating police officers with blue lights.
Or you threw my license. Or she threw my license. If she is getting them for me,
she'll bring it to you, sir.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to talk with you.
I don't want to talk anymore about it.
All righty. That's very unprofessional.
Our next case heats up right from the start. An officer spotted a woman driving through a red light with an open container of alcohol and initiated a traffic stop. But as soon as the woman pulled over, she got out of her vehicle and started walking away.
Close your door. Close your door. Hey, get back in your car.
The woman is completely unresponsive to the officer's request, and not surprisingly, he puts her in handcuffs.
6205 dispatch. Female's walking away from the vehicle.
I pressed 30.
Put your hands behind your back. You're not walking away from the traffic stop. Put your hands behind your back.
The lady isn't really fighting the officer, but let's face it, she isn't complying either. And in these situations, any kind of resistance can be recognized as resisting arrest. And if it escalates, you're looking at additional charges, such as assaulting an officer.
Get in.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please go.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Get your hands.
Put your hands behind your back.
What is wrong?
Put your hand behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back.
Pull it. Get off me now.
In the meantime, a second officer pulls over. The woman acts like she doesn't understand the gravity of the situation at all. And even though she looks really petite, it takes 2 officers to subdue her.
Get off me.
5 dispatch. I got 1 female resisting counties out with me. Put your hand behind your back like I told you.
I did nothing wrong.
Yes, you did.
What did I do wrong? Ow.
Stand up.
Stop. I will.
No, you're not going to walk away from a traffic stop.
It was not a traffic stop. Sorry. It was not.
Okay, so she's obviously drunk or under the influence of some other substance. Notice her slurred speech and failure to understand what's happening. It's amazing that a person so drunk could even get out of a parking lot, let alone drive on the street.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can't just walk away from a traffic stop.
I didn't.
It's all on
Thank
camera.
you.
It's all on camera.
How is it? No, I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Walk to my car over here, okay?
No, no.
Yes. You're under arrest.
Why?
I don't know about you, but this reminds me of being in kindergarten and playing playground insults. But I guess that's what you get when you deal with entitled people. As the officers escort her to their car, she begins squirming again, which makes them readjust the handcuffs.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, you're not listening to anything I'm telling you. I have to put my hands on you.
You pulled
and you're resisting.
But it was a traffic stop.
Yes, it was a traffic stop. I got
No, it wasn't.
Okay, you can argue that all you want.
After all this commotion, it's finally time to find out what exactly happened.
Okay.
And what did I do wrong? Please tell me.
Blasting your music, and you rolled the red light right here. You didn't even let me explain because you got out of the car and started walking away.
Because I parked my car?
The lights were on well before we even turned the corner. Where's your ID? As in your purse?
Yes.
Okay.
And I parked my car because...
And just when we thought there was going to be some productive conversation going on, Karen reappears with her nonsense. The delusion is strong in this one, as she fails to acknowledge anything that the officer's telling her and continues with her senseless ranting.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, do you mind searching it, please?
The officer then requests that a female colleague search the suspect, and then we start again.
Are you
It's pretty
serious?
dumb. Yeah, I'm serious. That was really dumb what you did.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, we put
Are
it
you
back in my car.
serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong.
Take a seat in the car.
Once she's in the police car, an officer reads her Miranda rights.
Okay. So you're under arrest right now. Okay. So I have to read your Miranda rights to them and explain everything. Okay. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and have him or her present with you during any and all questioning. You can choose at any time to exercise your rights and not talk to me. Okay, and if you can't afford one will be appointed to you. Do you understand all that? I need a yes or a no because
The officer proceeds to explain the situation, and it should be perfectly understandable to any normal person that's not under the influence of various substances. In the end, the suspect mumbles something incoherently, which prompts the cop to be as blunt as possible.
What? So here's the thing. You smell like booze, your eyes are bloodshot and water, you're slurring your speech, you spilled your drink on the ground. I want to make sure you're okay to be driving. Are you okay with doing a few tests to make sure you're okay to be driving?
I'm fine, baby.
Okay. Are you okay with running a few tests up on the curb? They'll take your cuffs off you? Are you okay with doing a few tests though? It's a yes or no question. Are you okay with doing tests? It's a yes or a no question.
No.
You don't want to do tests?
I'm running my legs over.
So even though it's more than evident that she's really wasted, he still asks her to do the field sobriety tests. I mean, it really isn't easy to be a cop and having to adhere to rules when it's so obvious that this woman is in no condition to be operating a vehicle. So kudos to the cop for doing his job properly. At least this time, the lady realizes she's not fit to even stand on her feet, let alone do the test. So she refuses.
So I'm ready to go.
Okay. So with your slurred speech, your open alcohol container, your bloodshot watery eyes, your behavior, you're under arrest for DUI as well, okay? So DUI and resisting without violence, okay?
Luckily for the officer, this Karen is not aggressive or insulting. They have a nice chit-chat while driving to the station, and the cop explains that she's going to be getting a bunch of tickets for breaking the law. And then he explains that he saw her even before she ran the red light.
Oh, baby.
No, so listen to me, Christina. Hey, listen to me. I was the cop who passed you outside Smokin' Joe's before you took off. I saw your drink on your trunk. As you're talking to that dude, I looped the parking lot. You're hauling down Main. I get behind you. What do you know? That drink is in your passenger seat, spilled all over the floor. I got plenty of probable cause to charge you with it. Okay, I can articulate everything. And your car got impounded, okay?
And it looks like our Karen is not too happy about that.
I would like to know what justice you did, though.
Okay, hop over there.
Blue head,
Blue head.
blue ass.
Wow, it seems we learned a new insult on the playground today. I hope I never get to use it though. Well, this Karen was charged with a DUI, which happened to be her third one in the past 10 years, and also resisting an officer without violence. At the time of this article, the blue head insult was still not included in the charges. Thanks so much for sticking to the end. If you had fun and want to see more, think about subscribing to the channel and letting me know.
Check out more of our Police Body Cam Chronicles here on the channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for our next video. In the meantime, check out our latest video here